Welcome to Toy Hill Studio. My name is Kendall Kessler and I'm going to do another demonstration painting of Skyline. This is again Austin, Texas. I like to do a lot of different very creative ones of all the cities that I do. And last time I had intended to have a lot of dripping expressive motion in this painting, and instead it bled so beautifully that I just left it like that. So this time I've got a lot of paint in my palette because I want to really try to again get a very expressive dripping motion. So I'm going to see what happens with all this very wet paint and see if I'm not dripping at all. Okay, we're going to get this going. As I said before, I like to really be very expressive with these Skyline paints. There we go. And not so much the way things look at all, just really getting some expressive creative energy into them. And that's why I wanted to do some dripping, where I'm not so much in control. I'm letting the paint just do some things. And then probably go back into it and maybe do some things with some reflections. This is a different view from the last time. As I said, this doesn't have the bridge, but it does have the water. So we're going to see what I can do with that. And it's probably going to be afterwards, since that may take some time to do. Don't know how it's going to work, but I really do like doing these, and I might just use my hairdryer this time, go to the next stage while I'm working, because I can see this part's going to go kind of quick. And I think I don't want them to be just a few minutes. I want to have a little more time with you watching me paint. Got lots and lots of water in. Look how good, there's dripping some. As I said before, I can't really splatter it because that's going to get into the camera, so I don't want to do that. But I'm really having a lot of fun with these paintings. I know some people say, what do you mean fun? It's such a serious thing. Well, yeah, what I do is very serious to me, but it's also what I really enjoy, and there's a lot of fun to it. I remember saying that one time to a professor, and I think he freaked. Thought, what do you mean fun? This is so serious. Yeah, well, it's serious and fun at the same time. I remember in one movie that had Dustin Hoffman in it, and of course, probably not going to remember the name, but he was talking about plays, and he said, you know, what is a play? I mean, the word is play. And I thought that was really nice, seeing the writer, to get them to see that it is something enjoyable, like what children do. I mean, anybody who watches children knows that they are just natural artists, natural actors, natural musicians. They are really, really like that. Hate to interrupt myself, but that turned out really nice. They are really, really just into life. And I think it's sad that we tend to lose that as we get older. I mean, there's so many ways people can be creative other than standing up here doing paintings the way I do. There's many, many ways. And I think it's very sad that people get away from that. I think I mentioned this before. I'm a real dog with a bone on this saying, but this is not an exact quote, but I truly believe that to cease to learn is to cease to live. And I think a lot of people really do cease to live because they quit learning. Of course, you would expect a former professor to say that, but I just really think it's so important to learn. And I do believe in that saying. It's its own reward. Don't hear a lot of people saying that anymore, but it truly is. I'm fascinated with everything. If I had a bunch of lives, I'd pursue every creative form there is. As it is, I always play my piano every day, and working on recording something. I can figure out this device I just got, because I like to use my own music in some of my videos. That's the way I started out, and then I saw that YouTube had a lot, and my recordings weren't that good. I do think I play. I'm quite accomplished. I get paid to play, but it just, the recording is a whole nother ball game. My niece is married to, oh boy, I'm starting to really like this. My niece is married to Atlee Orverson, who did the music for Pirates of the Caribbean, and a lot of other very famous movies. And he does a lot of the TV programs too. I can't think of ones right now, but he's doing 3 this time. And he just does such a beautiful job, and it's what he does, and I'm sure it's just exciting to him every day. And my niece is an artist, and she's opened up a store, and she said she sold out when she started it, so that's great. I'm surprised. I didn't think I was going to go back into it so many times, this dripping stuff, but I really like the way it's turning out. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I don't know if I should stop it now and do more in the next layer. I like the way it's bleeding in certain places too. It's getting very complicated. I'm probably going to have to go back in and really bring out the Austin skyline again, because it's starting to disappear, and go over that again. Lots of times I like to leave the white and then do another one where it's all covered, because I think some people really like skylines with just the white. But I don't know, I just really like to completely cover it. That's just the way I am. At least I can do a little more dripping, because I'm starting to get more just bleeding, and I really want it to drip it more. Oh man, hard to get enough water here to get it to move. I think I'll just add water and see if I can get that to get going. There you go. Let it drip more. Yeah, I'm definitely going to probably have to go back in and really re-establish the skyline, because even though I like with the dripping and all, it's we're starting to lose the skyline. And I do want to be able to see the buildings and all. Austin is such a fascinating place. This one movie I saw, one person was talking about Texas, and he's saying it ought to be, I think, 6 different places, 6 different states, talking about all the different types of people and different cultures in Texas, and saying that Austin was more of a cultural center and other places were more religious, and just all these different peoples, because it's a really big state. Okay, I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to really like what's happened. It's pretty complicated, and I like complicated things. If you look at my Blue Ridge work, which is my main work, you'll see a different color, a different texture, a different brush stroke all throughout it. Every little tiny bit, oh, I like that. Every bit of it is constantly changing, even though it is based on what I see, but it's also my expression. And I don't stick exactly to what I see, but pretty close, because there's nothing like the beautiful Blue Ridge. But then I also really express myself in very complicated systems of texture and color, and when there's not a lot, I'm just not very happy. So that's why I'm starting to really like this, because it's getting really, really complicated in terms of all this dripping effect and bleeding areas. And I'm just going to put a little more yellow in and have another short video, because I don't think I want to get to the next stage online. I kind of hate hearing that hair dryer real loud while I'm working. So I think I will just probably quit this now. It's a pretty short video. Maybe when I start moving on to different subject matter, they'll get a little longer. But what's wrong with a short one? I have a hard time looking at all my friends' work, and I do that, but it's quite a time commitment. Okay, I think I'm just going to let that go, and maybe not do so much with reflections, and just have a really, really complicated system of brush marks and dripping. And then when I do another one, and I'm going to do another one, I like to do, like I said, a lot of the same city, usually 5 to 6. And next time, maybe I will work with some really strong reflections. As always, the final painting will be on in my portfolio, and the link is in the description. Also, there are links to my artwork on Etsy and Wix, just all kinds of links, and a link to my beautiful Skyline series. I do a lot of different kinds of things, as I said, so I do hope you will explore all my different artwork. Thank you for watching.